What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It will be biblical. It will be biblical. I'm Christopher Greene, General Greene. Those are FreAK'In X! Those are FreAK'In X! Out here in beautiful Park City. It's a snowy day. I don't know if you can see that out there. We're getting tons of snow. It's been some great skiing. God bless each and every one of you tuning in, but it will be biblical. It is the collapse of America. I've had a few comments. People are like, Christopher, stop betting against America. Look, I'm not the criminals in Washington, D.C., running intentionally by design and sinking this Titanic into the gutter on purpose. It's them. I've been warning you about this for a very long time. That your politicians, that the bankster cartel, that the too big to fails, that everybody running the show is crippling the United States of America and destroying it from the inside out by design on purpose to hyperinflate our currency, collapse the country, keep our borders wide open, infiltrate it, and then use psychological warfare to topple the greatest empire that has ever existed in a freaking million years. So don't blame me. When I tell you to bet against America, it is in your best interest because America is failing. Case in point, unfollow anyone who has ever told you Bitcoin is a scam. They're stupid and they're idiots. Okay, they're still broke and they're watching the greatest wealth transfer from the sidelines in world history. They're being absolutely destroyed. They'll be sucking the teat of the worthless trash dollar and the U.S. government that has failed them in the coming days and eating freaking crickets. They won't own homes. They won't own a car. They won't have good food. They won't be able to protect them and their families because they listen to the establishment. They listen to people like Oracle of bailouts, Warren Buffett, or they listen to people that have settled multi-billion-dollar fraudulent lawsuits like Jamie Dimon at JP Morgan Chase. And their lives are going to burn and they're going to suck. Case in point, Bitcoin is up an astonishing 161% now year to date. It is the best performing asset in the world. Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy probably will be the wealthiest person on planet Earth. Who knows? Maybe even the first world's trillionaire. And the proof and the math, see, this is math, guys, is in the pudding. Take a look at this. Remember how many people over the years ridiculed me as well, said Bitcoin was a scam. Those people are idiots and they're stupid. They're flat out stupid. Look at this. 1 month gains, 20%. 3 months gains, 70%. Year-to-date gains, almost 170%. 1 year gain, 156%. And this is just Bitcoin. This is just the digital gold. Ethereum is doing the same. XRP is set to explode. Jesus coin is already 100x. It's on its way to $1 to $10 billion plus dollars. It is absolutely going to destroy blasphemous Pepe the Frog, destroy the idiotic dog that sailed to $70 billion because Elon Musk tweeted it. Now, while at the same time, your criminal government is sending your kids to war to die. Now, I want you to understand this. They're hyperinflating your currency. They're destroying your way of life. They're surveilling you. They're creating an Orwellian totalitarian police state. And next, they're going to send your freaking kids to die in a worthless losing war that America has already lost, worse than Vietnam, in Ukraine. And I already told you that this was going to happen. I predicted the invasion. People laughed at it, mocked me. Then they invaded. I've predicted Bitcoin. It's the #1 performing asset in the world. The list goes on and on. And so we now have our military cartel here in the United States saying, if we don't give more money to the oligarchs, you know, Zelensky, so he can buy a new green coat or something like that, then they're going to send your boys and girls to the front lines. But again, this was the whole point. We know Israel stood down in Israel. We know that this was one giant cover-up by Benjamin Bibi, King Bibi Netanyahu, that he left their borders wide open. We know it's impossible, okay, that the IDF would fail with the largest multi-billion-dollar Iron Dome system in a complete military-industrial complex apparatus. We know they knew in advance. Just like the United States of America knew about 911 way in advance, guys. Wake up. Wake up. This is a heist. This is a hijacking of the United States of America. Now it's streamlining. because we know exactly what they're going to do next into the digital reset, which is why Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, it's why all of these technologies are pumping to the freaking moon. You know, it's very frustrating to see how dumb people are, how easily manipulated they are. They actually buy the BS and the crap that they're fed by their mainstream media and politicians. You know, all of this is a psyop right now. I noticed that Tucker Carlson had Alex Jones on his show. Psyop, they're offering zero solutions. They're pretending to be the mainstream media. Once mainstream media, always mainstream media. Tucker Carlson is mainstream media. He's Fox News. He's not alternative media. It's one big co-opting. The same thing with Russell Brand, Elon Musk, and all these figures. They are DOD, deep state, Pentagon assets on the teat of the U.S. government, and they are just as elite as all the groups they're pointing fingers at a constant basis. They are the intelligence apparatus, folks. They are the three-letter ABC agencies. And I think people are starting to wake up to this. It is one giant psyop. By the way, I also predicted that Elon Musk will reinstate Alex Jones with perfect timing right before the U.S. selection. And guess what the activity on Twitter X is right now? Oh, it looks like Elon's going to reinstate Alex Jones. How do I know this, guys? Am I just a freaking genius? I mean, I guess I am. Am I just a freaking genius? Or can I just read between the lines of the crap I'm being fed and sniff out the BS, and I'm able to decipher what their actual roadmap is? It's so freaking easy. Many of you are going to become millionaires, decamillionaires, centimillionaires, and maybe even billionaires in this crypto bull run. It's going to be freaking biblical. I've been directing you into the number one assets in the world, whether or not it's islandproject.com, the real world gold asset, 30 units minimum. Buy now, get in, talk to Papa John, 808-442-2934. Fill out an app, fund today. We accept crypto and prefer it because the US dollar is trash. It is dirty, cesspool, trash. Flush it down the toilet. Hyperinflation is going to get much, much worse. They are going to ban owning homes, which is why I built Island Project. They're going to ban petrol cars. They're going to ban manual driving. They're going to ban clean food. They're going to ban air. They're going to ban water, guys. You do realize this. This is one authoritarian takeover of the greatest country in the world. And the remaining patriots left, like Mr. General Diamond Nuts here, and many of you tuning in, we're all that's left. We're all that's left. So damn straight I'm making all of you rich. Damn straight I'm taking you all to the moon. Damn straight you're all growing diamond nuts. Damn straight you're getting in and you've been in Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP and all the cryptos I've released at school. Because you know as well as I that this is the greatest pre-planned wealth transfer in world history. And you need to play offense. Too many of you are playing defense. You're just waiting around for the end of the world doing nothing. You're a coward. You're an absolute coward. You should be building. You should be finding solutions. You should be joining forces with like minds. You should grow some freaking cojones. You should grow some freaking diamond nuts. You should serve Jesus. You should serve the Lord. You should help us build the Christian coalition of freedom fighters that are actually giving back and doing something positive and great in a fallen, dark world of which you are getting destroyed and you're being lied to by the machine and manipulated. They released all this AI recently, all these new AI algorithms. Oh, Gemini from Google now, guys. Open Chat GPT. They've had this technology for years. It's one big psyop. They've had it for decades. You think they suddenly just came across the invention? No. This was the black ops that they've been studying at all these tech giants for years that they don't tell you about. Now they're releasing it now because it'll be part of the takeover. It'll be a part of the authoritarianism that they'll be introducing to the United States and specifically. In fact, I'm betting the United States will be the most authoritarian of all the countries, probably. No different than Xi Jinping in China. No different than the CCP, because the CCP owns the United States of America. They own Hollywood. They own the politicians. Our politicians have exported all the jobs. They have traded our wealth. They're doing business and building the authoritarian internet for the Chinese. Elon Musk spends most of his days hanging out in China, signing ink and deals to build the surveillance apparatus with his Teslas that will probably self-drive and maybe just send people to camps in the CCP if you don't go along with Xi Jinping. Same thing in the United States of America. These aren't the American patriots. They could care less about free speech. They ain't your friend. They don't even believe in God. These are satanic devil worshipers that freaking hate your guts and are destroying the world through the largest psychological operation in world history. And maybe I'm just one of the few that get it. But I learned a long time ago, make people rich. Get them in so that they understand this is the wealth transfer. Get them to buy Bitcoin. It's why I launched BitcoinRich.com, the #1 school in the world. Hundreds of thousands, millions of people have subscribed since I started it. Now Island Project, the #1 opportunity for tokenized real-world assets. You know what you're going to be hearing all year in 2024? Tokenization of real-world assets. You're going to hear tokenized real-world assets over and over again. Tokenized real-world assets. And who was the first? General Greene, along with my amazing members in 12 freaking countries worldwide. In fact, Jeff Bezos just announced through Arrived. You know what they're doing now? Buying every home in America. How about them apples? I knew about that long in advance too. BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street hate your guts. They're going to buy America out and sell it to the highest bidder. They're going to hold on to all the single-family homes so you're freaking homeless. Again, are you ready to fight back peacefully yet, ladies and gentlemen? Or are you going to sit around and pretend that your vote's going to matter in the upcoming selection because it won't? It doesn't matter who gets in. Joe Sleepy, amphetamine, drinking, tranquilized, falling on his face, poopy diaper butt Joe Biden? Or Pfizer pushing, jabby, no, non-apologetic, hanging out, propping up Fauci, locking down the country, freaking Trump. I like Trump better, and I like his politics, but we cannot ignore the fact that it was him that propelled the lockdowns and, of course, that poison you-know-what in your arm that people like me aren't allowed to talk about. Talk about the worst-case scenario, folks. So unless you're taking your life back, unless you're actually finding solutions for you and your family, unless you're getting freaking stinking diamond nuts rich, unless you're building churches out, unless you're growing charitable coins like Jesus coin, unless you're buying real fractional world assets, tokenized assets of the best diamond nuts freaking properties in the world, then you're losing. Take a look at this, folks. See, when you've been right about Bitcoin for such a long time, this is how you can live. These are the properties that we're buying, ladies and gentlemen. 12 to 15 in Maui and Oahu. We're looking at ski lodges. We're looking internationally. I just opened up Thailand and a whole lot more. We're building the ecosystems and the digital parallel economies to help you survive during economic depression and Armageddon, during a time of end times. Because again, what is the title of this video? It will be biblical. I also will have a follow-up video. My father is going to shoot one later, probably today. It might take us a couple days to get up. We're going to do a report on all of our success, our progress, our outstanding success, our $33.5 million fundraise as we launched in July of just a little over a year ago. All of our property acquisitions, the cap gains, the freaking cash flows, an update on my Diamond Nuts tokenization as we're sailing to the moon with the freaking Holy Trinity. Get in. That's it. It's a short video. Get in today. I got to hit the slopes. That's islandproject.com, islandproject.com, 1,000 freaking X to the moon. It will be biblical. It will be biblical. It will be biblical. It's your last chance, honestly, to participate in this wealth transfer. Otherwise, you're freaking screwed. Links below. Get into my club as well. Schedule a call. Jesus Christ is Lord.